So you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're afraid. I totally get it. This is one of the most common obstacles that stops people from starting their YouTube channels. So in this video, we're gonna break down what are the most common fears, and we're gonna talk about how to overcome them. So that way you can go from fear to starting and actually putting videos out there. So if starting a YouTube channel is something that you've been wanting to do for years, but you just haven't gotten the courage to do it, keep on watching. So my name is Morgan Stradling. I'm a YouTube strategist that teaches people how to start and grow YouTube channels. So I definitely have come across this with my clients and with my students time and time again. People have this big dream, but something's holding them back. So let's talk through some of the top reasons that might be preventing you from starting your YouTube channel. The very first one, that's probably the most common, is fearing what people are going to think of you. In an ideal world, you'd put videos out and everyone would love you. It would be amazing and everyone would just give you thumbs up and pats on back and applause. But the big thing with YouTube is that it really doesn't matter what other people think, especially when it comes to starting a new channel. A lot of times, whether you are quitting your job or starting a YouTube channel or following your dreams, people don't want to do those things because they fear what people are saying about them. But here's the big news flash, guys. Most people don't care about you. And I know that's harsh and I know that sounds horrible, but most people are thinking about themselves. Something I think about very commonly is the gym. So whether you are lifting weights or you're doing a yoga class, a lot of people just won't do those things because they don't want people to look at them. But here's the thing. People are so into themselves that they're only focusing on themselves. They're watching themselves in the mirror do the bicep curls. They're looking at themselves in the mirror at the yoga class to see if they're doing it correctly. Very rarely are people just looking at what other people are doing and checking that out and then judging them on that. So just get this out of your head, because it's very freeing when you realize most people just don't care about you and aren't thinking about you. And again, I mean that in the nicest way possible. And really the thing that stems from this fear is you don't want people to see you starting out small. And if you have millions of subscribers, who cares what other people think, because you have millions of subscribers and you have the success or whatever. But the problem comes, we care about what people think about us because we're starting something new and we may not be successful. We may not be getting views and we're afraid of what people will think about that. But again, I just go back to no one cares. No one's really paying attention. And so don't let that stop you. Just move forward. The next common fear that holds people back from starting YouTube channels is the fear of not having anything to say. And so this is kind of a catch-22, because you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't know what to say, so you can't make videos, so you can't really start your YouTube channel. And what I say to that is you need to think about the type of channel that you want to create. There's really 3 different things that you can be doing on YouTube. You can entertain, you can educate, or you can inspire. So figure out what kind of videos you want to make. If they're fun videos where you're just sharing a day in the life of, or maybe how-to videos where you're sharing your expertise, you really want to sit and think about what is the topic of your channel, because this is something that really holds people back. And so we get that out of the way, and I have a system and process to make sure that you always have videos and you always know what to say in those videos. So go to vidbossacademy.com if you want to learn more. A very simple exercise that you can do is just spend 15 minutes and start writing out ideas, either ideas for your channel or video ideas. And again, think about what you're an expert in, or ask yourself the question, what am I known for? Or if you don't know what you're known for, then text some friends and family members who you trust and ask them. And they will be very honest and they will tell you, and they might tell you some things that you didn't even know yourself. Maybe you're known for your organization. Maybe you're known for your kindness. Maybe you're known for horseback riding. Whatever that is, ask your family and friends, use that as a basis, and then start coming up with different video ideas. The next common fear that holds people back from starting a YouTube channel is the fear of not sounding and looking good enough. You may be super excited to do videos, but you don't like the way that you look on camera, or you don't like the way that your voice sounds on camera. This is very common, but what I've realized time and time again is that sometimes these are things that you cannot change, especially your voice. With your voice, it just is what it is. And the voice that we have in our head is totally different than what other people hear and what the camera picks up. And over time, by making videos, you will definitely be able to overcome that. And it will come with familiarity about how you sound. So I actually have a different YouTube channel, and I have a podcast that goes with that YouTube channel. And when we first started out, yeah, my voice, I could not stand it.
That is not what I sound like.
I would say over and over and over again. But you know what? There was nothing that I could do. I wanted to do this channel. I wanted to do that podcast. So I just kept going. And now I've definitely come to the point where I hear myself on camera, I hear myself on podcasts, and I don't even think about it. I've just accepted it and I love it, and you will too. And then with the concern about what you look like on camera, this goes back to my earlier point, but people are more focused on them than they are you. So we are gonna be our own worst critics. We are gonna see things in ourselves that other people absolutely do not see and they won't see. And so what you need to do is you just need to realize that you have something really exciting, really valuable to share. And the most important thing when people come to your channel and they come to your videos is they're looking for the information. First and foremost, can this person make my day better by educating me, inspiring me, or entertaining me? Really, if you're doing those things, your looks are a non-factor. People don't care what you look like. You can be the most beautiful person in the world or one of the least beautiful people in the world. If you have great content, people will come time and time and time again. The next fear of starting out on YouTube is not having the right gear. I don't have a good camera. I don't have a good microphone. I don't have fancy lights. Well, you know what? The majority of people who started out on YouTube didn't have those things either. You really only need one piece of equipment to get started, and that we all have. It's a smartphone. Smartphones nowadays have great video, great audio, and then the last piece of the puzzle is just good lighting. And hey, hopefully, I think we all have these windows. All you have to do is set up in front of a window and you will have great natural light that will come in and off you go. I've seen this time and time again with my students where they're being held back because, well, I need to get this piece of gear and then this and then this and this and this and this. And they see the big setups that the YouTubers have, and you don't need that to start. Really, trust me, your phone is plenty good enough. And you definitely don't want to invest in all of this fancy gear if maybe after a couple videos you realize YouTube isn't for you. So get the gear thing out of your mind, just use what you have. The next common fear with starting on YouTube is, what if my videos aren't good? And to that I say, they probably won't be. Go back and look at your favorite YouTubers' first videos and you will find that their videos also were not that great. But imagine what would have happened if that stopped them. If they saw the footage and they said, "Ooh, this is garbage," and they didn't put the videos out from there. You would be missing out on your favorite personalities and your favorite channels as a result. So yeah, your first videos, they're probably not gonna be that good, but how are you gonna learn and how are you gonna get better if you don't start somewhere? And this leads me into the next most common fear when it comes to starting out on YouTube is, what if nobody watches? And here's another hard truth for you. They probably won't watch initially unless you already have a huge existing audience. The people watching your videos at the very beginning are gonna be very, very small. And that is actually a great thing because if no one watches, no one watches. So there's no one there to judge you or to look at your bad videos. It's actually a blessing in disguise, and it allows you opportunities to experiment for showing up on camera, talking to a camera, writing scripts, creating good videos, editing videos, tons and tons of opportunities for you to get better every single time. So if no one watches your videos, that's fine. People will start watching your videos over time. And if you're so concerned with your videos being bad, wouldn't you want to get your really bad videos out of the way when no one's watching and then have good videos that people are actually gonna watch? So yeah, now that we have worked through the most common fears when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, let's talk about the game plan that you can do to get started. The first thing that you need to really figure out is your why for starting on YouTube. Why do you want to make videos? Why have you been telling yourself for years and years and years you want to do a YouTube channel, but you've never done it? If you're doing it for reasons that are very superficial, like you want to be YouTube famous and you want to make a ton of money, or you just want a lot of exposure or notoriety, then maybe you need to reconsider why you're going to do YouTube in the first place. Because yes, those are reasons that people do start, but at the very beginning, they are going to keep you very stuck because most likely those things that you're looking for, the validation that you're seeking, which is really just external validation from other people, is not going to come initially. And so I want you to take a step back and really figure out your why. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? And if you have a why that is really purpose-driven, for example, if you're a dog trainer and you want to share the knowledge that you have, that might be your why. You want to teach people and give them the skills so that way they can have a happy dog that is under control. If you are funny and you want to make people laugh, then that is a reason to start. Whatever your reason, I want you to sit down with a notebook and really deep dive into the why you want to start your channel. Having a concrete and a very strong why will help you overcome those fears every time that it comes to turning on a camera or releasing a YouTube video. My next tip is to just have fun. In the beginning stages, this is the time for you to experiment, to just make videos just to make videos. Don't stress about this turning into a job or all the money that you're gonna make or all the views that you're gonna make. Get that out of your head. Don't worry about it. Just make videos to have fun, to share, to be yourself, to educate. Whatever it is, enjoy it, because YouTube is a lot of work, and if you're not enjoying it at the beginning, you're not going to enjoy it later. My next tip for overcoming your fear for starting on YouTube is to just start. All of those fears that are holding you back, they will always hold you back if you let them hold you back. So acknowledge those fears head on and say, yes, this is a fear that I have, but I'm going to push forward. Then get your camera, hit play, and make the darn video. Those fears are definitely gonna rear their head along the way as you're editing your video, as you're uploading your video, after you've uploaded your video. But again, anytime that you see those fears, just acknowledge them and walk right on through them. Just start and then make one video and then make 2 videos and then make 3 videos and just keep going and going from there. And eventually you will leave those fears in the dust. My next tip for banishing those fears for starting a YouTube channel is learn to fail. And I mentioned this previously with basically what happens if no one watches. And if no one watches, no one watches. It's a great thing. You might see it as a bad thing initially, but turn that frown upside down and see it as a good thing. And with YouTube being so new, you definitely will fail. You might make videos that get 0 views. You might have your computer crash and you lose all of your footage. By failing and learning to pick yourself up and get started again, eventually those failures are going to turn to successes. And you're gonna learn so much from those failures. And really, success rarely comes with having no failures. So just learn to accept that you will have failures. Failures are going to come, and that's okay. That's part of the process. Everyone has failures. Sometimes they share their failures, sometimes they don't. So we really don't get to see the behind the scenes of the people who already are super big or your favorite YouTubers who are doing really well. A lot of times they don't share that stuff, but just know that it's normal, it's common. Learn to accept it, embrace it, fail again, mess up, do it again, and just keep going. YouTube is really exciting and fun to do, but those fears will definitely hold you back if you let them. So I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments below, what are your fears with starting with YouTube and what you are going to do about it. Let's keep the discussion going. And like I mentioned before, if you want to jumpstart your process of getting started on YouTube and launching videos that get views and subscribers, be sure to check out VidBoss Academy. It is my course where I teach you everything you need to know A to Z from starting and growing a YouTube channel. And you can check that out at vidbossacademy.com. That is all that I have for today. Just conquer your fears, go do it, make that video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited for you to get started making your videos. So let's get out there and conquer those fears. I'll see you next time. They're watching themselves in the mirror do the bicep curls. YouTube is not the next